Production. Hey, what's up everyone, it's me, Extra Production, and this is week 5 of building batuu. We get a lot of progress done in this week, and I honestly think this is coming along very well. This week we're going to get basically all of the interior stuff done inside of the mountain, and it's going to come along really well. It's basically just a bunch of little progress updates, and really next episode is gonna be the more so progress efficient episode, because we're gonna basically start some more really cool stuff in the next week. So make sure to stay tuned for that. But with further ado, let's get into this week. Okay, everyone. So as you can see, I've done a nice bit of work. First off, I've added these two Technic beams going across here on either side just to make this a bit more sturdy, and also just to give me more space to build up. The next thing I've done is added this light in. This light was a key feature that I wanted to add. Now, the only problem I have with this light right now is the fact that it gets warm pretty quick, so having it on display for a long time might not be the best, but it looks really cool. Like, especially once this is done, it's going to look just amazing seeing this all lit up. And then as well as this hallway that is now done. If I just focus the camera, and then it's not focusing too well right now, but I can also change how dark it is. And then I can also change the color. I think I'm going to keep it to this one though. And then I'm just going to have to play with the dimming just to figure out a good light. Because I think that actually might be good there. But yeah, there's been a lot of fiddling around with it. And as you can see, once we come up here, you can see the Technic bits I've added. And I've also added this little hook that can lower and raise it a bit. Just so it can basically get on more spots. It is a bit tricky to put up though. That's the only problem. Oh, that just all popped off then. But yeah, other than that, it works pretty well, and I think it's going to be a pretty cool feature to the mock, if I can twist it back up. But yeah, it's definitely going to look pretty cool at the end, and I think it's going to work out pretty well. The next thing I gotta do now is build up the rest of this wall on the back here and figure out how I'm going to roof this off. So I'm going to get to that now, and I'll see you guys then. Okay, so I've been doing a little bit of work here on the back, and it's coming along pretty nicely. The first thing you can notice looking at this is that I've got rid of these pillars, and I just put some plate in here just to cover up the rainbow. So those just clip on like so, just gotta fiddle with it a little bit, just like that. And then the second thing I've done is filled in the wall. And I think it looks pretty good. I also added these old, basically just pieces that I had on my Kashyyyk mock that I made. You can look at the video as the first video on my channel. And then I also just added this sticker piece saying caution, because who knows what's going to be coming through here. So I added 2 of those pieces, and I think it looks pretty cool. The final thing I did was, if you come up here, it's not really a noticeable thing, but I just added these bricks coming across here just to keep this in place from moving around, because it was moving a little bit. So now it's in place, and it's actually coming along pretty well. Like, everything seems pretty sturdy, a lot more than what it was, which I'm really happy about. So at least now when we're looking at the mock from this angle, if I just turn this around, the only spot you can see colorful bricks is along right here. And there is a little gap down right here, but I'm not too concerned, and this just slides over. So, yeah, I'm not too concerned about that. But I do like how this is looking. Of course, I still need to figure out this roof area, so that's going to be an all work in progress. This is going to be all roofed off, and then it's going to come down on a slope and roof. Go over there as well. Another thing I did is I filled in right here, just added some of these pieces. It's just a bit more of an indent up here, and then down there, and up here it's flat. So I think it's looking pretty good. I feel like we've used this area over here extremely well, like a lot better than what I thought I would. So I'm extremely happy with that. The next thing I do want to try to do is just turn this mock around again and try to figure out what I'm going to do on the other side. Right now I just have the cord placed in here because I need to figure out how I'm going to bring this down and basically just have a little hole coming out. So that's going to be a work in progress. But as you can see, we have a nice area right here, which we need to figure out what to do. And see what I mean by this light? If we didn't have this light, we wouldn't be able to see all the way through. So it's really good that we have that light there. You see just some of the stuff inside the mock now. That brings it up here, and I have been working on basically getting ready to put this top bit on, which is going to be in the near future. As soon as we get this part done and the roof started over there, then we can start the top. And let me just tell you, we're going to be running pretty low on Technic by the end of it, because Technic is basically my savior for this mock. As you can see with right here, like this is all sturdy now. If I didn't have this here, I would not be able to do this. So that is really good. So yeah, basically what I'm going to do now is basically just do some planning right here. And then when I got an idea, I'll get back to you, and then maybe I'll start basically sketching it out like with bricks. So yeah, I'll do that and I'll get to you then. Okay, so I've planned out a little bit here. As you can see, I'm not 100% set on this yet because I'm kind of in between on how it's looking. But right here we have it's just going to be either a hallway or a part of the room, and then leading down this little hallway right here is some jail cells for the villagers or some type of separatist leaders or something like that along those lines. So I haven't fully decided yet if that's what it's going to be like or not, because as you can see, I don't really like having the double gate pieces so you can like see through each cell. I would like it to be on this one, but not really the other one. So I'm also not sure about that. And also this hallway is pretty small. I could expand it one stud, but then this pillar will be showing, and I can extend the one stud this way, but then it will be a lot harder to fill this in. So I'm kind of in between on how all that's going to work. But I think that worked out pretty well. Right here, I don't think I'm going to have anything. Just fill it in, and then this spot can be left empty. I know it's a lot of wasted space, but we have a nice bit down here, and I want to save some stuff for up top. But I do have this hallway, and I'm probably either going to expand it or make it look like it's coming into a rock face, so it's almost like a bit rocky here, and then it like opens up. So like it's almost like a hole in the rocks, and you can see into the hallway. So I had got to decide that, and well, there's a door down there anyway. Who knows, maybe I could even add a door right here. Who knows? So yeah, I've done that. I am going to still do a bit more planning, of course, but I have got this cord in place now, so now it can just come out of the mock and be plugged in, which is what I wanted. So I'm happy with how that turned out. I'm going to do a bit more work down here, maybe start putting some more stuff together, and then we'll see how it's looking. Okay, everyone, so here is the finished result of the prison. It is a bit dark and gloomy, of course, but basically once this is all done, this light's not going to be shining out as much, and it's all just going to be packed in together. And you can see it gives out this light nice blue effect on the prison, which I actually really like. It will look better once the light is fixed, of course, so it does not look the best right now. But basically, I went with the 2 jail cells, and I'm just going to turn this light down a bit. There we go. So I just turned the light down a bit, and I added 2 jail cells, one right here and one right there, and then I added 2 more on the other side, of course. And then basically what I did is I just added almost like a little door on the end, and then I just made this a hallway right here. So I find that's pretty good. I found a bunch of these pieces. They're 1x5 pieces. They're used for like garage doors and city sets and stuff that I had a bunch of. So I found that was nice details on the walls. I also decided to start filling in some of this side piece because it was just looking gross. And I feel like I filled it in pretty well. It's pretty sturdy. And then it works pretty well. Then I just have this little hole for the cord to come out. So I think this worked out pretty well. It is pretty hard to fit your fingers in there, of course, to place minifigures. So basically what I did is I have this roof that's removable, well, these panels, and then we can just reach in there nice and easily. So I have another one down right there, and it works pretty well. So yeah, this is basically the prison. And then this is basically the finished result of the inside of the mock mostly. I do have a little bit to do with covering stuff up in that and the roof over here in the cave, and then figuring out what I'm going to do over here for the roof. But other than that, that's all. So yeah, this is basically all I have time for today in this episode and week 5 of building Batuu. So I just want to thank you all so much for watching this episode. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye, everyone.